Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-apocalyptic world of Sanibel Island. Just kidding. Just kidding? I'm just kidding. Hurricane Ian may have caused some damage, but it didn't destroy the beauty of this tropical paradise. Let's take a tour of the top 3 beaches in Sanibel Island that survived the hurricane. So grab your sunscreen, put on some beachy tunes, sit back, relax, and get ready to be blown away by the stunning beauty of these beaches. To rank the top 3 beaches in Sanibel, we considered several factors, including natural beauty, cleanliness, water clarity, parking, amenities, and overall visitor experience after Hurricane Ian. Please remember that a natural disaster happened here over 7 months ago. Yes, there's still a lot of damage, but if you come with a positive mindset and are prepared to have a good time, you absolutely will. Stay until the end to find out one favorite beach that didn't make it to the list and why. Here are our top 3. Let's go! Number 3, Gulfside City Beach, also known as Algiers Beach. A beautiful public beach on Sanibel Island, and the one we visit more often for shelling and swimming. Located on the southeast part of the island, it's a shorter drive for us and perfect for an after-work beach walk if you're local in Southwest Florida. This beach is the best for shelling, great swimming if you have small children, most relaxed and least crowded, and best for sunrise watching all year round and only sunset watching on winter months. On the negative side, parking is very limited and sometimes shells can hurt your feet, so wear water shoes. It has new picnic tables and grills, a new walkway to the beach including wheelchair access, outdoor public showers, and nice restroom facilities. No concession stands near this beach or any other public beach in Sanibel, so bring all you need, water, snacks, and don't forget that bug spray if you're planning to watch the sunset. The water is fairly shallow for quite a distance, which makes it great for small kids, and if you love shelling, this will be your best bet to find treasures. For those of us who do not have resident parking stickers, parking is $5 an hour for all the beaches in this list. This beach is number 3 because it has limited parking, perhaps 30 to 40 spots. No parking on the roadside or in the grass is allowed either. Pro tip, for best shelling, come here at low tide. We found the best shells here. On the way out, you can stop by Jerry's Food and get a bite to eat after a good beach day. And our number 2 spot, Tarpon Bay Beach. This is a great beach that is close to everything. This beach is number 2 because swimming, fishing, and shelling are top notch here. It has a good amount of parking across the street, and it has restaurants and shops close by. However, parking is far from the beach, about 5 minutes walking. So if you have trouble walking or have a lot of stuff to carry, this walk may be a little bit hard. It also has a new picnic area, grills, and benches. Restrooms and public showers are clean and available. It has 2 handicapped parking spots next to the entrance, which is nice. There's visible devastation from Hurricane Ian on the buildings entering the beach walk, and many businesses that were around are now closed. But when you step in the beach itself, it's very nice and looks like a paradise. The water is great and clean, and the beach isn't crowded. With the right conditions, fishing is amazing here. Pro tip, if you have a big group, drop the ones with trouble walking, kids, and all the beach swag near the beach facilities, and one of you can go park. You'll save yourself some time and trouble. Also, spray yourself with bug spray before walking back to the car. No seams are very aggressive in this area, but we found that bug spray before walking back to the car does wonders. You're welcome. On the way out, you can eat at Doc's Ford, Blue Giraffe, or Jerry's Food, all fantastic places. If you're enjoying this video so far, please click that like button to help this video reach more people. Now, we get to the best and number 1 beach to visit in Sanibel Island after Ian, and that is Baumans Beach. Number 1 in Google, TripAdvisor, and most importantly, the real life Florida, and it's easy to see why. When you arrive at the parking lot with plenty of spaces, which is pretty important in Sanibel Island, over 200 parking spots make this gorgeous beach the option for weekends and holidays, the largest in Sanibel by far. Some words that come to mind when describing our number 1 beach in Sanibel after Ian are white sand, beautiful water, serene, relaxing, many shells, lots of amenities, and great for families with kids. Showers and restrooms are in top clean condition. It has changing areas, a fitness area, and a kids playground, which is being repaired right now. Picnic areas with charcoal grills and even nice info areas about wildlife you can see here. Also, they offer a free kayak launch for all to enjoy. Pro tip, bring a rolling cart to help with your items. This is a very popular spot, so plan on arriving early on weekends, but weekdays, it's very easy to find a parking spot. We can't stress the bug spray and suntan lotion enough. There aren't stores close to this area, so you'll have to come prepared with everything you may need to have the perfect day at a perfect beach. Now, If you made it this far, our extra beach that did not make the cut is Blind Pass Beach. This beach didn't make the top 3 for one big reason. Parking is so limited that only a few times on weekdays we've been lucky enough to find parking. Only 2 times! So unless you have a permit or you're staying around the area, it's quite hard to park. Other than that, this, my friends, is a gorgeous beach, considered a shelling and fishing prime spot in Sanibel. The area around was hit very hard by the hurricane, as you can see. Lots of buildings and businesses don't even exist anymore. But the beach itself is still a paradise and one of our favorites. So we just spent sunset here, and it is actually gorgeous. I was worried that the sun isn't setting out over the ocean where we are here. It's actually over the buildings, but it was so gorgeous. Pink and blue, purple skies. Blessed to be here. Always make sure to check the red tide charts and weather, and support the businesses that are working so hard to be open for us. If you want to know what businesses are open, watch this next video about restaurants and spots open on the island. Keep in mind, things change constantly. And don't forget to subscribe and click the like button. That helps the algorithm to get this video to more people.